compare that with their grand final opponents of last year, Fremantle haven't had a debutant so far this year, so it does say something about their program.
And 3 of them Baz playing this afternoon in Hallahan, Litherland, the late end, and Billy Hartung, who debuts today, and he's wearing the vest right now.
So let's get it going then on a Saturday afternoon at the MCG. The Hawks and St Kilda. There's a bit to play for St Kilda after a disappointing loss, you might say, last week. Breust now. McAvoy. Mitchell was slow to get it out, but does eventually to Giray. Now Gibson is kicked for the milestone man. Game 200. Lewis uses Gunston. Breust. Birchall cruising past. He sends a long one towards Roughead. He got first hands on it. Goes again. Brilliant work. Now a little give to Burgoyne. How about this for a fast start? Hawthorn. They're away.
Structurally so sound there. We see Jared Roughead handball the ball off to Sean Burgoyne to the late teens, but a big future, no doubt.
Speaking to some of the Hawks before the game, one of the best runners at the club is Ruffy on the right boot, goes around the corner. Ruffy gets the Hawks second, and the Hawks looking dangerous early on a Saturday afternoon.
Just have a look at the work there of Jared Roughead. He started boundary side of that.
Tom, about this Hawks lineup, they've got Stratton to come back in, as you said, and Sully and Liam Shields were doing the radio boxes before as injured players, and there's a couple of others that may not make themselves back into this side, but as Breust gives it off to this youngster in Hill, wherever you look, there is quality. It's a formidable outfit, and suddenly it's 3 goals to zip.
Again, just the versatility of Roughead to compete, hit the deck, and just needed to take him out.
Where's Nick is the first question, and then it's a little bit sort of chaotic.
The work rate of the Hawthorn mids is exceptional. As we watch this, here he is again.
Schoenmakers on the end of it. He could have gone shorter to Puopolo, and that was good vision by him.
He's a unit. Have a look at the size of him. He, as I said moments ago, really starting to develop into a key defender, was playing some big games on big forwards. But great to see him back, and this would be fantastic for his confidence and that of the team if he goes back and slots it. Mark it down, Baz.
Well, before today, 64 games, just 5 goals in his AFL career. And he's made it number 6. Welcome back, Ryan Schoenmaker.
Now, this is terrific. And this is what makes footy clubs.
As we said earlier, 378 days since he did his knee against the Dockers in Tassie. He kicks a goal, and everyone on the Hawthorn list came to him. Oh, look at that. I mean, if it's not 9.5 out of 10, it's more. The delivery kickers from their 4 goals. This to make it 5 from 5. We've heard about the spread. Jude Bolton alluded to it earlier. They've had 10 goal kickers twice, 11 once, 12 twice, and 8. David Hale. Yes, sir. Hawks have 5. Saints don't have one yet. We played 16 in the third in front. Again to Suckling, who started all this at half-back. Short ball. Well, have a look at this. It's hard not to use the same superlatives over and over. Breust called to play on. He's run himself into trouble, got out of trouble, gone back to Hill. Short ball. Well, it continues this dominance. It's so extraordinary to watch. And Schoenmakers.
The New South Wales boys, along with Isaac Smith, they've had their footy journey together. But a second goal for Shuey would be fantastic.
So the Hawks right now taking care of business without too many impediments. And Schoenmakers, the former defender, he's got a couple.
Points. Almost a mark to Savage, not quite. Difficult to take in these conditions. Hodge, Burgoyne just thumps it long. I reckon we're going to see a fair bit of that this afternoon now. And is that a mark or free kick? Ruffy's got it. Afternoon. 13-6 for 2014 coming in. Kicking for his 15th of the season from directly in front. Hawthorn have got their 7th.
Jaron Deary is off, and Saunders will come on.
Top of the screen there for a moment. Rioli was limping a little bit. Breust, though, goes with a long one. Puopolo taken high. Simpkin got him.
He'd be feeling better for himself.
6 goals this season, Paul Puopolo. 6-6, make it 7-6.
About what a formidable runner he is, and how right now he's the best runner at the club, and that speaks volumes given who is at the club. Puopolo, Schoenmakers, he's kicked another, he's got 3. Don't worry about going back, just stay in the forward 6. They've got another goal kicker. His name's Ryan Schoenmakers.
Ryan Schoenmakers had 5 goals for his career before today. Virtual Schoenmakers, Gibson, well done. Hodge. We'll just check in with Jude Bolton in just a moment because he's been on the interchange bench for quite some time. Burgoyne keeps it low and Breust marks. He wants to go.
It's a relative term.
Inside 50s for the quarter, Tom.
Tells the story.
It's not tennis. 15 love. Breust. He brings it back. He's a magician with the football. Another goal. They've got 10.
So the side that has multiple avenues to goal will be the sides that score the most goals.
So Breust gathers the football. Outside 50, sends a long one down towards Gunston. What a brilliant mark. He got high, kept his eyes on the wonderful grab.
Had a great grab. Jack Gunston's actually spent a lot of the game up across half forward, even as high as the wings, with Schoenmakers playing deep, showing the versatility of the Hawks at the minute, but he does his best work inside forward 50.
This to be their 8th goal scorer for the afternoon, and with just 30 seconds remaining, St Kilda closing in on their first scoreless quarter since round 17 2011. Jack adds to the tally.
So quickly the Hawks work it into the hands of a man that's played very little football. He's served a long apprenticeship, Hallahan, and he's made his way into the side and looks like he'll stay there. So
He'll be reasonably dry, and he's kicked the ball well this afternoon, so should go back and nail his 4th.
He's adding to the myth of glamour forwards. Hair pulled back in, a ponytail, kicks 4, and his defender was all short back and sides. Sure, he has 4.
That's second half from his team, but he may sort to look at his structures. He's playing Gunston up high. He might put Schoenmakers down back to give him a run down back also.
Look out, here we go. Rioli flirting with doing something absolutely magical. Great mark by Roughead, met heavily by Simpkin. And that was symbolic, really. Roughead, geez, you hope his ribs and everything are okay. He was met very solidly there.
I mean, that's probably not going to go down in the top 3 marks of the round when it comes to mark of the year, but that is as tough as it gets. That's a great contest by both players, but he has taken that cleanly on the second grab. That's an unbelievable mark. What a player.
So Roughead has kicked 2 goals this afternoon. He's kicking here at his 3rd. He likes it off the boot. How's that for courage? 16 for the season.
I'm not quite sure whether it was intended or not, but it's in a dangerous position right now. Breust, he's got a runner in Ruffy. Ruffy wants another and gets another for the Hawks. He's playing good football and he's got 4 for the afternoon.
So that's the story of the game so far. That was brilliant by Rioli to Puopolo. They worked it out. McAvoy had a hand in it as well. What a kick. It's gone nearly 70 metres. Breust waiting down, waiting for the snap. Well, he sold Hodge into danger. Maybe just being a little too unselfish at the moment. Isaac Smith, Ruffy for 5. No, he squares it up instead. Breust has got it. They are doing as they like at the moment, the Hawks.
But to spot Breust, he didn't move from his first involvement. He's kicking a goal.
Well, Luke Breust, 17-4 for the season before today. He's got 2 now, 2 last week. Oh, not sure if that's the required journey. Doesn't matter. Schoenmakers down back now after kicking 4 goals. That's not bad, is it? Birchall gets it back. He goes long. Hale is on. Hale works off Simpkin, running into the square. Gunston. They've kicked their 16th. 84 points.
You saw the eyes of Birchall. He had time and space to decide which option to go to. Went long. Gunston goal.
Well, look at this. Here's little Houdini, just picks up the ball, works his way through. He's going to get it back again. Will he go downtown? Yes! Rioli. Ninth goal scorer for the afternoon for the Hawks.
That's a good way to get time and space when you've just got exceptional leg speed like that, and just to finish on the lefties.
Now McAvoy the concern. Hale doing the ruck, and here comes the skipper finding his way through. What about that? Brilliant little give. Well done to Billy Hartung. They will love this. They'll get around him. The first gamer kicks a goal.
It's been great, Billy Hartung. And when you bring in the first game like this, it's great. You remember that, Billy Hartung, his first goal, he receives it from the Hawthorn legend in Luke.
The set upon the Saints by the Hawks. They haven't been brutal from a physical standpoint, but they have been so brilliant with the football. They hardly need to get their hands dirty. Rioli, can he kick a second on the left? Of course he can, because he's Cyril.
Kicking efficiency, scoring accuracy, top of the class for Hawthorn. What we'll see, I guess, in this last quarter and a bit is just how good they are.
4 goals and at the wrong end of the ground to add to it for the moment. Well, that's all too easy. Akers just sold a dummy, and it was Smith who goes searching. Who's deep? Well, Gunston just fell in his hands, and Puopolo runs into the open goal, and the barrage continues. 2 to Puopolo, and the Hawks putting on a clinic at the G. 20 for the afternoon.
Marks. Hodge swings it out wide for McAvoy. How about that? It bounces perfectly for him. Birchall up from half-back. He was held up a little, but look at the space. Poppy can go on and kick his third or go shorter to Hale, who marks. This afternoon. Kicked 2 goals last week in the big win over Richmond. To make it 8 for the season. He's got it. Still there with the tracksuit top on. Could go out if absolutely required. But even then, I think they just play short, wouldn't they? Hill sends the ball in the Puopolo direction. Gunston running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, left it behind. Burgoyne did not. Is this the way to open the final term? Yes, it is. It's 119.
Considering how well they have used the football. 119 points to the margin. The Saints, they have been belted from the get-go. Breust, you'll get another. And Luke Breust pushes the margin further. 125 now as the rain settles in.
Electrifying. What about Hartung, the debutant? Look at the pace, the endurance we heard so much about. Puopolo spots a man short, lowers the eyes, and the kick to Jack Gunston. 125 points the lead. This to make it 131, and if it stays in that territory, it will be their biggest win in their history over St Kilda.
Well, it's a rout, there's no doubt about that, Baz.
The skills like it is a dry day. They get the ball to Lewis eventually. Now Hartung back to Hodge. This won't be Louis' moment, or maybe long kick. Puopolo did brilliantly. Breust on the end of it. Breust snaps, and Breust has kicked his 4th.
Disappointing afternoon for the Saints. They blooded another youngster, but it has been embarrassing at times. It's the Saints' lowest score since 1957, and the margin may well be increased by another 6. So it'll be good for ratings before the news if you can punch Louis forward. So Jordan Lewis, celebrated for so long, admired by all. Can he kick goal 111 in game 200? Absolutely. He's been a marvel. He's a ripper. He's got a goal. One of the biggest hits I've ever seen in football is Jordan Lewis. I mean, he's uncompromising. He's just a player that is fearless.
Just a great
today. He walks away pleased with what he's seen this afternoon. Gunston will get another late. He does. It's been an extraordinary performance from a brilliant football team. Classed. They've been outplayed and embarrassed at times. And it has been the Hawks in a canter. 145-point win.
And just to go through the numbers, Hame, it's 477 disposals to 329 in favour of Hawthorn.
45 points the margin. Well, maybe only the Hawks with 5 seconds remaining could do something miraculous out of the middle. Lewis, perhaps fittingly, with the last clean disposal of the game. In game number 200, Jordan Lewis gets a team performance to remember. The 5th biggest win in the club's history. Hawthorn by 145 points.
absolutely not. At the home of footy, the MCG, so it's obviously great to be back with the boys. Pity about the weather, but you know, it's still game of footy out there.
So now you kicked 4 goals and in trying conditions. How'd you find it?
Well, it's good fun. I mean, when you're getting the delivery that we were getting in the first half off the boys, winning it out of the middle, and just the way they move the footy, it's nice to slot in there and just get some easy ball, I suppose.
Absolutely. Now you had to switch because Brian Lake came off. How'd you find switching from forward to back?
Yeah, I've sort of been adapting to that over the last couple of years anyway, so the mindset side of it I'm pretty good with now, I think. I'm able to sort of flick whenever I'm needed, so I'm more than happy to do whatever's needed.
Well, first game back, 4 goals, and then you've been switched on to one of the best forwards in the game. A lot of pressure, and you kept him goalless, so a really good game.
Yeah, well, he works pretty hard, so I was calling for Gibbo for a bit of a chop out most of the time, but no, it was good.
First game back, congratulations, Shuey.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.